Huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogreborn. I'm going to be doing my review for the 1944 movie, The Mummy's Curse. So, this is the fifth movie in the Universal Mummy franchise that started in the 30s and lasted throughout the 40s, and this is the last solo movie of the Mummy. He would later appear in Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy about 10 or 11 years later. But in this one, after being buried in quicksand for the past 25 years, Karis is free to roam the rural bayous of Louisiana and is so is his beloved Princess Ananka, still housed in the body of Amina, like she was in the previous movie, and and she's like seeking help and protection at a swamp draining project, and is trying to get away from Karis. This movie is okay. It's pretty much a rehash of all the previous Mummy movies. They use a lot of stock footage from all the other Mummy movies, so yeah, nothing about this one really stands out very well. It's not very entertaining. It's okay for what it is. The cast in here are fine in their roles. Lon Chaney Jr. is once again pretty good as the Mummy, although he's not near as good in this one as he was the previous one. And I will say Virginia Christine as Princess Ananka is pretty good, and she does a decent job. But most of these other characters and stuff in here, they're just not as good. And this movie just feels like the same thing that we've seen in the past 3-4 movies, and everything. It's nothing special. I will say it did have some good moments, so especially the scene when you see Princess Ananka rising out of the quicksand and everything. And I thought that was a really good scene. Like the whole scene it kind of reminded me of the scene in Spider-Man 3 when you see Sandman forming for the first time. It kind of reminded me of that scene for some reason. But I thought that was a really good scene. I know that's a weird movie to compare it to, but it's just like the music that was playing during that scene, and there was something about it that was really kind of nice to watch. It's a really great little moment, but most of it is pretty much your typical, you know how things are going to go. The Mummy goes around, he chokes people out and kills them, and everything, because that's the way they kill in these monster movies, is they choke them out and stuff. They don't really do much else to attack people and everything. It's kind of funny, like how they never really got inventive with the kills and stuff. Of course, back then they didn't really rely on gore or anything like that, but it's like, couldn't y'all do something a little different? But this movie is just mediocre as heck. Yeah, I've just watched it earlier, and I took a nap right after watching it, and I've already forgotten most of the movie. Like, it's just pretty forgettable. And like I said, it has so much stock footage that it almost doesn't even feel like a new movie. It kind of feels like a little compilation movie, if that makes sense. But this one is just, it's mediocre. It could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot worse. There are way worse movies out there and stuff, but it is probably my least favorite out of the Mummy movies that Universal did at this time period. I think it was okay, but nothing super great. So I'd say I'd give The Mummy's Curse a 5 out of 10. It's watchable, but it's nothing special. It's only an hour long, so it doesn't really overstay its welcome or anything. It goes by pretty fast, so at least that's another positive for it, is at least it doesn't drag on too long and stuff. It could have been a lot better. As much as I love the last movie, because the last one I thought was one of the best in the entire Mummy film series. The Mummy's Ghost was a really good movie, and this one just felt really mediocre and could have been so much better. But this is one of those franchises. I feel like some of them are really good, some of them aren't, and they're all kind of consistent with each other. But it's not my favorite out of the Universal Monster franchises anyway. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you thought of The Mummy's Curse if you've seen it. And I hope you enjoy this video, and have a good day, everybody.